We are not doctors. Nothing in this podcast should be taken as medical advice. Consult your physician before starting any workout routine. This is the Martial Heart Podcast.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome back. It's Thursday, September 26th, and we're here back at it again. I'm back from cardiac rehab for today. Worked, came home, changed clothes, went to cardiac rehab, and it went pretty good. They bumped it up again. Even after telling me on Tuesday that I was probably pushing too hard and overdoing it a little bit, they amped it up a little bit again today. So fairly challenging. I actually was sweating. And so we're going to try a couple of new machines next week, because it was kind of like, get on the treadmill, do this. And I kind of got into this, they're wanting me to just work my legs or whatever. So, but apparently that's not the case. And whatever you're going to do that might get your heart rate up to where they want it to be, they don't care what it is, I guess, as long as it's, one of the machines that they have that are designated for, doing the cardiac rehab thing. So next week I'm going to, there's an arm machine that she said that I should try. So we're going to do that instead. On one day. I'm going to try it at least. And everything's going okay. I think I'm kind of figuring some things out. I got a call from the cardiologist today, the cardiologist's office. It's never going to be from the actual cardiologist. So it's always somebody in his office, like his nurse or something, or a nurse. I don't know if it's his nurse even. So, the medication issue, they're looking at it to, to try and decide if they need to put me back on it or whatever. My blood pressure's been staying up. When I came home from work today, it was 137 over 101, which, again, it's not dangerously high, but it's high, and it shouldn't be there. And I don't think anybody thinks that, a cardiac patient, after they've had a heart attack, should be placed into a situation where they have blood pressure that high, because the whole idea is to stop, any of the extra strain on your heart and your arteries, because you just had some stuff done. So I don't know. We'll see, but they're going to discuss that again, and I guess decide if they just need to put me back on it. But the heart monitor thing, they called, and they're running behind. Whenever you do that, they're always going to just make excuses for why you don't have it yet, even though it was ordered 2.5 weeks ago. So hopefully that'll show up sometime in the next week, and then I can put that on, and then we can kind of move beyond this confusion over what medicines they're going to have me taking and which ones they aren't, and, hopefully get me more stable. Because before, my heart rate and my blood pressure and everything was fine all the time. And now it's not. So we have to get that under control. And but other than that, it was an okay day. I didn't do anything extraordinary. I just went to work and came home and then did cardiac rehab, and I just ate dinner. And I know for one thing I didn't eat enough today. So when I came home from cardiac rehab, I was starving, and I was trying to eat everything within arm's reach. But it's my own fault. I just didn't take enough food with me today to eat throughout the day. I've been concentrating more on my hydration. So I took a lot of extra water and juices and stuff to drink, but I didn't take enough food. I took, just a minimum amount. And so by the time I got home, I was really hungry. And that's never good. Just walking in the door and you feel like you're starving, and so you just start eating stuff, especially when you're trying to control your diet. But it wasn't bad stuff. I even had an avocado, and I've eaten a lot of avocado in the last couple of months, actually. And salmon. I had salmon on a bagel. Not a big fan of salmon or bagels. But if you toast the bagel and you put cream cheese on it and you put the salmon on there and you put a little salt and pepper on there, something I discovered tonight is chili lime hot sauce. Put a little bit of that on there and, it's good. I also put that chili lime hot sauce on avocado, and I was surprised. It was just some stupid experiment that I was doing. And it's actually good, so I kept eating it that way. But hot sauces and things that add or mask flavors are a thing for me. And since I've been trying to watch my diet and I've been having to eat specifically bland things, hot sauces, they go a long way to help you. But I really don't have any real complaints today. Just the last couple of days weren't very good. And I don't know how much of it is me getting myself worked up and how much of it is everything else. But with the blood pressure continually up, that's not good. And it, doesn't make you feel well. So, they can get you frustrated and get you aggravated. And, for me, when I get frustrated and aggravated, I tend to take it out on people, anyone, everyone who is within earshot of me. So it's not good, and so whenever I get, I start beating myself up or I start getting upset or if you want to talk about the mental and emotional impact of this sort of thing, it's hard. And it's hard in numerous ways. It's hard on your family and everybody around you, of course, because they're experiencing this too. But all the uncertainty all the time, all the anxieties all the time, all the paranoia, and then concerns about the future and how is this going to change my life and how am I going to feel, is this it? Is this how I'm going to feel from now on? Or can I assume that things are going to be a lot better? Or is it just going to be a little bit better? And I've talked to several people by now who've all had heart conditions or heart attacks or cardiac arrest. And the majority of them have said that they felt great after they had whatever procedure done, because it corrected what was wrong, and then their blood flow and their circulation improved, their stamina improved, and their general, feeling of, health and fitness improved because everything was better. They fixed what the issue was. And I'm still waiting for that to arrive. And it's, it hasn't yet. I feel a little bit better here, a little bit better there. And it's just, I haven't felt that, wow, I feel so much better right now. And I've heard that from a couple of people. And it's just been, once they put the stents in and did the angio, the next couple of days, I felt great because I had, my circulation, I had more oxygen going everywhere. I felt 15 years younger, one person said. And I haven't felt that yet. So I'm still waiting, and I'm on, whatever it is, week 6 from the heart attack, so a month and a half, and somewhere around there. I would have to look at a calendar to get an actual count because I stopped counting. So I'm impatient. I'm not good at letting things take their time and improve slowly, gradually. I'm not good at those sorts of things. So I get down about it and I start beating myself up and and then you start to just, you're going to poo-poo everything. Is this as good as it gets? or am I going to have this stupid feeling of chest pressure and nausea for the rest of my life? And, things like that, things that aren't going to be true, but you don't care when you're having those feelings. If you think about it rationally and, look into the future, you're like, well, no, this is most likely these two symptoms that I've struggled with the most are most likely the result of medications that can be adjusted or changed that can, we can remedy that situation. And some of these medications I'm on are temporary, going about a year after you have a heart attack. And then some of them you're off of them. You don't have to take them anymore. But there are certain medications that they're going to have you take for a long time. Sometimes it's forever. Sometimes it's a year or more. I don't know what that's going to be for me yet. I don't know if it's going to be permanent or temporary. But the fact is these things can be modified. They can be adjusted. They can be changed. Everything can improve and get better. And so when I get down like that, or when I get negative about things, when I think about it deep and long and rationally, I can change how I feel about it. I can go, you know what, I'm just overreacting. I'm just in a bad mood. I'm having a bad day. Or I feel worse today than I did yesterday, so I'm upset. And I know that what I'm thinking right now isn't actually reality. So, but it's no fun when you're going through it anyway. It doesn't matter how rational you can be, or, how you can, make it go away in your head temporarily, because you're like, oh no, the real thing is this. But so it's hard. And anybody who's struggled with any kind of, emotional issues or psychological issues, and we all do to varying degrees, but, you develop your own little things, and my thing is that everything's bad. So I get negative about everything. That's usually the first thing that happens, and then I get angry. So getting angry is something I have to control, because I just had a heart attack, and I'm not supposed to be getting angry and raging around, because, that's, it's not good for your heart. And you don't want to give yourself another heart attack somehow. But, so I have to be conscious of those things, and I'm aware of how I am and how I take things and how I react to things. So I'm getting through it, but it's not easy. And, I still want to just wake up tomorrow and everything's fine. And I can just go back to my life the way it was. And I can just go back to training. I can go back to just working as much as I want. I can, do whatever and not worry about it. But now it's like, I don't know. I have to worry about this forever, I guess. I think some people don't. Like I've met some people who they had angio and had stents put in before they had a heart attack. It was discovered before, anything damaged them, like a heart attack or cardiac arrest or anything like that. So, they had some symptoms, and the doctors actually dug into it and figured out what it was and treated it before he, had a heart attack. And, I've met two of them so far. And they're great. They think they're just happy as can be, because they're like, hey, my doctor saved my life probably by, trying to figure out this problem. And here I am. I feel great. Feel way better than I did before. Life is awesome. And, and I'm like, yeah, no, I actually had the heart attack and it sucked. And so now, I'm in a different situation. So I'm happy for them, but I can't take their experience and apply it to myself, because mine's going to be completely different. And it has been so far. And, getting through it, but it's not always easy. So I'm going to do some outro music here. And I'm going to upload this episode and the one that I recorded earlier today. And then I'll probably be back tomorrow, and we'll do another one. Ciao.